Welcome back, people. Welcome back to another video. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video. I was just about to edit the first one, and then I couldn't find it, so that was fun. So we're just gonna record it again. Hopefully I can remember most things I said the first time I recorded this. But as you see from the title, today we're talking about online dating. I really want to talk about a couple things, like the old school online dating with eHarmony, BlackPeople.com, Christian Mingle, and then, the newer things like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, etc. And honestly, I feel like those new dating apps have been out for at least 5 years now. I think Tinder was one of the first ones. And I want to say 2014, but I can't remember exactly when Tinder came out. But I know it's been out for some time now. And that's crazy because it feels like yesterday when dating apps were still something new to everybody. And now these days, pretty much everybody's using it, especially during the pandemic. A lot of people were on dating apps because they really couldn't go out and meet new people the usual way. And even I'll talk about it later, but even some people close to me have found love through dating apps and online dating. So it's crazy to see where we've come from as a society with online dating. And there is definitely a lot of good things that have come from it, but there's also a lot of negative aspects I want to talk about today. So one of the first things is with online dating, it has changed the dating game and how we view and treat other people. I feel like one of the major issues I feel that we have today with dating is ghosting. And everybody should know what ghosting is. You're talking to someone and they basically cut off all communication without saying a word. And some people do this the first couple of days of talking to someone. Some people even do it within a couple of months. After a couple of months of talking to someone, they just completely ghost them. And there's a lot of different reasons why people ghost. One reason, of course, I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons is safety. I feel like as a female, you might be scared that a dude might retaliate and respond in a negative way if you tell him that you're leaving or you want to go talk to someone else. And so I understand that. You want to safely remove yourself from that situation while receiving any retaliation. Another thing is just that people are shy or don't want the confrontation at all. I'm not a person that likes confrontation. I will shy away from any negative interactions like that if I had to. I might consider ghosting as well. I have ghosted in the past. And then another thing is people just don't care. One of the biggest things with online dating is that, here's my theory. I feel like with online dating, you almost have like an infinite amount of choices compared to how dating used to be. Back in the day, you would have to run into somebody on the streets, talk to someone at school, talk to them at the gym or restaurant, just meet them in person, run into them. You have to pass them on a daily basis and, slowly get to know them. But with online dating, you basically have this infinite swipe right. You have infinite choices to keep going and going and going. And so that leads to you always thinking that there's someone better than the person you're talking to. And so oftentimes when we're talking to someone and they make one mistake or there's like one negative aspect about that person, we move on to the next person because having infinite choices makes us and encourages us to believe that there's a perfect person out there when there's only just a perfect person for us. And when we're looking at all these options online, people are expecting to find the perfect person when that perfect person doesn't exist. And back in the day, if you had any issues with someone, there was more compromise. People will talk issues out. People will better understand each other and be able to work through those issues. And that's one of the reasons relationships last longer with people you meet in person or people that you become friends with first rather than meeting them online, dating immediately, and then getting into a relationship after that. And I know from experience, jumping into relationships online, at least for me, hasn't led to many good experiences. My last ex was from Hinge, and I feel like I did jump into that relationship really fast, and that was my fault. I learned from that experience. So definitely you want to take your time and actually become these people's friends before you actually start taking it to the next level with them. That's like one of the biggest mistakes with online dating. But enough about the negatives. You know, there is some good aspects about online dating. Like right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are locked in, or people can't go to their usual venues like concerts or gyms, and etc. And so they're left with no other choice but to go online to meet people. And you know, this is a really positive aspect of it because you're able to still stay safe, still stay inside, be separated and isolated, but still be connected with people that you would have never met before. And you know, another thing, you know, online dating is still, you're still able to find love on there. I'm a believer of that. And I know firsthand, you know, my mom actually just got engaged to someone she met online. And you know, myself, I have good experiences in that. My experiences haven't led to like serious relationships just yet with online dating. But not serious, but they haven't led to serious long-term relationships just yet, you know. We'll see if that ever happens. But I've met really good friends from online dating. Well, we should call them social apps because at this point, not every app is meant for dating. It's usually how people create them. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I really have made really good friends from online dating and social apps, and I would have never met these people without that. But yeah, that's like, there's some really good aspects and really good things about using online dating, especially in a time like this. But I just wanted to move on to this last thing. But with online dating or any type of app, is usually what the user makes it out to be. So it depends on how you're going to use the app. So like Tinder, when Tinder first came out, I'm a strong believer that the developers of that application did not mean it to only be used for hookup, yet it has that connotation that it is a hookup app. The only reason it has that is because of the users, and developers really can't control what the users use the app for. So just because the application has like a negative connotation like hooking up around it, I don't think that should stop you from using it. You know, make it out to whatever you want to use. You know, some people slide in DMs on Instagram. That used to be me. Try not to anymore. But you know, Instagram wasn't meant for that. Just like Tinder wasn't meant for people hooking up randomly and shit like that. But whatever app you use, just make it to however you want to use it. Because take your time, develop relationships, be careful, be safe, and just be able to adapt to the way the world is changing. Because if we don't adapt to how online dating is, then we're gonna all end up single at 50. Kind of like me. Don't be like me. Peace.